Yo, what's going on, world? Welcome to the Rideshare channel. It's your boy Augustine with ridesharesSF.com. And in this video, I'm just going to be giving 5 tips for every new Uber and Lyft driver who signs on to the platform. No matter on which one you are, Uber or Lyft, these are 5 tips that I think you guys really need to hear. All right, so let's jump right into it. I'm not going to bore you guys with any intro blabber or nothing like that. All right, check it out. So, my first tip, number one tip for every new Uber or Lyft driver is to get training. And by doing that, when you do your training, all right, you need to be taking a ride as an Uber passenger if you haven't already. If you've never taken Uber or Lyft as a passenger from point A to point B, you really need to do that if you're signing up as a driver, just to see how it works from the passenger's end, okay? I was gonna get ahead of myself with these 5 tips. These 5 tips that I'm giving out, they kind of just fall into each other. They overlap into each other as I explain them out. You know what I mean? But take a ride on the passenger's side. That way, if you do get like a messed up Uber driver, then you know what not to do. Okay. And if you get like a really out of pocket Uber driver, that won't help you, because you really want to get a good Uber driver so you could see what you should do, what you should be doing, okay? How he or she is making more money than other Uber drivers, all right? And as far as training goes as well, you should really get with an Uber driver in your market that knows the market and that's been around longer than you. Even if they're a week ahead of you, and that's all they have is just 1 week on you, that's good. They have a ton of information that you can be using, that you should know, okay? You should go on Facebook and join your local Facebook Uber and Lyft driver group. And if you have any questions about your market, laws, rules, anything about your market, whatever part of the country you're in, whatever part of the world you're in, join up with your local Facebook Uber and Lyft driver group, and that's like a gold mine of information right there. I can't tell you how valuable Facebook groups have been to me as far as being a rideshare driver. All right, get training. If you don't get training and you just go out there accepting requests, you can do that, but I guarantee you, if it's your first time messing with rideshare and you get an Uber X request, then the next request you get is an Uber Pool, you will get confused. I'm like 70% sure on that for most people. All right, so get training. That's the number one tip that I have. All right. So that falls into number 2, all right? My second tip, advice, I'm dyslexic, so sometimes I stutter or say stuff that just doesn't, I don't know, sound right, you know what I mean? So tip number 2, this is not a job, okay? You are a 1099 independent contractor, all right? You're not working for Uber or Lyft. You don't have a job with them. You're not one of their employees. You're a partner, okay? You're self-employed, all right? Pretty much what Uber and Lyft does when you sign up, the way this works is it's not just driving around in your vehicle on your own time. You don't have a boss, no overhead, no schedule, make your own money as much as you want. No, that's not how this works, you know? Pretty much what they're doing is giving you a store. You know, just imagine 7-Eleven just giving out stores to people, you know, and it's all about how you conduct business in your store. Same deal right here. Uber and Lyft, they're giving you your own store where you make money, you know, off of the code that they've written, you know, at headquarters and all that. But they're giving you a platform where you receive rider requests of people who need to go from point A to point B. And what you do in between that is how you conduct your business, okay? Some drivers make more than others, and that's why this is not a job. We're not making the same here. Our pay fluctuates from driver to driver, from week to week, all right? So this is not a job. And if you treat it like a job, you will fail. I guarantee it, all right? And the base fare is really low on Uber or Lyft, I'm not gonna lie, which brings me into 3 and 4, but let's start off with 3. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Diversify your income. Like I said, this is not a job, all right? Especially if you plan on being a full-time Uber or Lyft driver, because you want the flexibility and the freedom and all that stuff. Because to be honest, that's why a lot of people do go full-time rideshare, because they just don't like having a job. You need to diversify your income. It might as well be a job, and you're treating it like a job if all you do is accept these requests that come in. If you're not diversifying your income because you have such an open schedule and you're able to do so, then you're gonna fail. I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna fail. In my market, the base fare is really low, but still, with all the bonuses, such as like the 3 ride streaks on Lyft. Every 3 rides you do on Uber, you get an extra like $5, $7, $10, whatever it might be for the day. You can still pull off, I'd say about like 15 to 1800 a week if you're putting in some work, like I was when I was a full-time driver. And if you say you do an $1,800 a week or a $2,000 week, that's really, if you do 2,000, that's really around like 1,600 to 1,700 a week after expenses and all that, which is good week to week. But I'm here to tell you, not every week is every week is not going to be the same. Ugh, God, dyslexia or dyslexic. That's me, right? Every week is not the same. The pay on Uber and Lyft, if you're only doing requests, will fluctuate from week to week. Some weeks will be better than others. Oh God. I have a video talking about this topic, and it's called "What is the best time of the month to drive for Uber?" And it's the same for Lyft too. Because if Uber is extremely Lyft, then chances are, if you cut on Lyft, it's going to be the same story. All right. You might get a request here and there, but if it's just one of those days that are just dead, then watch this video. This will explain what's going on, all right? So, diversify your income. Don't treat it like a job. Get your training, and let's go into 4, all right? Be ready to work long hours, okay? I just said in San Francisco, in my market, the Bay Area, our base fare is low. It's lower in the East Bay than it is in San Francisco, but you need to be ready to work long hours, especially if you're doing this full time. On the weekend, I can pull in anywhere from like $600 to $800 on a weekend. But last time I did a number like that, I remember it because it wasn't that long ago. Like I said, I'm not a full-time driver no more. I'm busy with other apps. But on Saturday, I did 11 hours, okay? That's a long time to be behind the wheel. And some people are out longer than that, believe it or not. Friday, I did 6 hours. Sunday, it was like another 6 or 7 hours, all right? So you're not just going to go out there for 3 hours and make a bunch of money. You can if you get a unicorn. A unicorn is a ride with surge attached. It's going really far. Sure, I've seen it. It happens here in the Bay Area. Not a lot, but it does happen, okay? But to really see the real money on here, to see some real profit, you got to be ready to work 8+ hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, 11, 12 hours. When I was a full-time driver getting those $1,800 weeks, yeah, I was doing like 12-hour nights sometimes, especially on those slow nights. You got to put in the work. Be ready to work long hours, especially if all you're going to do is just the requests. Be ready to be behind the wheel for a long time. I'm not going to lie to you, There's money out there, but you got to work for it. And the last tip that I have for you guys is to learn your taxes. I can't explain how important that is. This goes into everything else I've been saying, all right? If you treat this like a job and you don't diversify your income, and if you don't save money, you don't put some money away for a rainy day, for those slow weeks and etc., and for the future, people should be saving money in the first place. Don't go spending all your money that you make. If you treat this like a job and you don't keep a file of all your tax write-offs, like receipts of, the maintenance that you spent on your car, a car note, like if you have fast track, stuff like that, which we have out here. Fast track probably is in other places, or I don't know. Who knows? I don't know about other markets, but if you're not keeping track of all of your expenses for your tax write-offs at the end of the year or next year for the previous year, and you've just been spending all your money and treating this Uber and Lyft gig like it's this Uber and Lyft business like it's a job, then at the end of the year you're going to be hit with a heavy tax bill that you're most likely not going to be ready for if you've just been treating this like a job. Because this is not a job. This is a business. You are a business owner. Anyone who ever said, oh, you work for Uber and Lyft, or asks you, oh, what do you do for work? And you say, I drive for Uber, you're answering that wrong. You're a small business owner, and you need to learn about your taxes. You need to learn about your tax write-offs, okay? If not, you're going to be spending a lot of money on tax time, all right? When tax time comes, you're going to be spending a lot of money. So those are my 5 tips for every new Uber and Lyft driver. I hope this video was helpful. I have other videos that you guys should be checking out, whether you're a new driver or an old driver. I'm all about maximizing your earnings, my earnings on this channel. All right. So peace out. Happy earnings. And one last word of advice. Use someone's referral code when you sign up to drive for Uber or Lyft. The reason why you want to do this is if you don't sign up to drive for Uber and Lyft with someone's referral code, you won't get the sign-on bonus. You won't get that early incentive that we all got when we first signed up to drive for Uber or Lyft. The way the sign-on bonus works in California, as far as I know, in my market here in the Bay Area, is they might offer you $800 sign-on bonus or whatever, $1,000, $500, whatever it is, right? As a bonus, just not even looking at what you get on your rides. This is a bonus, all right? That's how they market it. But the way it works is whatever number they throw out there when you sign up and you use someone's referral code, you will get that lump sum of money paid out in increments. You're not going to get it all at once. You're not going to get $1,000 after you complete 100 trips. No, what they're going to do is take that $1,000 or $500 or whatever it is, and they're going to pay you in portions on every trip. They're going to do these payments attached to every payout on every trip that you do on the Uber or Lyft platform. So you might as well do it. It kind of makes your base fare higher when you're a new driver because you're getting this added incentive while you're driving. So it's real easy to have like a very profitable day, right? So use someone's referral code, and that's the last piece of advice that I have for you guys. Peace out.